actually something that was going to benefit me in the future, and is actually what currencies are switching over to.
Right. But when we talk about currencies, we're talking about things that are tangible.
Yeah, the
things that we think. Right.
The dollar,
money, the dollar. But currency could be just your sunglasses. I could like them, and you could be like, hey, let me trade your watch for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so because the reason I cut you off right there, because in crypto we got a lot of different coins. So your glasses may not be as worth as much as my car. So
right.
Would it be an equal share, for me to give you my car for them glasses?
Right. No, you're right. You have the different coins like that. You got Bitcoin, Ethereum, then you got like Polkadot and different ones like
absolutely,
that at the bottom.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So and that's why we're coming out here. We're coming out here trying to teach our people about the difference between the coins, but most of all, trying to actually expose people to the coin before the coin becomes popular.
Right. Then that's it. You want to get in.
Yeah.
Low, and it's actually, well, basically you invest
this way, just a little touch.
Okay.
There you go.
Because like when I take it for myself, when I was looking at it from the beginning, what really got me involved was when I saw Bitcoin hit like almost $60,000, and I remember back when people were trying to get me involved in 2017, Bitcoin was, I believe, in the hundreds, or it was low.
Right. For 2017, 2017 Bitcoin was about $8,000.
Okay, well I know it was nowhere near, but I looked at it, but I had no idea.
And at some points it had gone down low as $4,000.
Yeah.
Now today, what is it?
Today it's at 32,000.
Good time to buy, y'all.
Yeah, but when I first got in, it was at 56, but then it had that drop. But and this is the perfect time to get in, because now it's low enough for you to invest at those prices where your money will shoot.
I told Corey the biggest thing that we're going to tell people is we're not financial advisors.
Not at all.
We're not here trying to get you to invest your money, but we are entertainment and we are information, and we have been following this, so it's nothing like sharing some good news for salvation.
Right.
Because when I say good news for salvation, you gotta last a long time in this recession that we're about to have. You better have some coins stashed.
yeah. And that's why we're here to just tell you what we're doing.
Yeah.
Like you said, we're not trying to advise you financially, just give you an idea of what we're doing and let you know that these cryptocurrencies, for those who know us from South Chicago, from the neighborhood, we just two guys from the neighborhood who took a chance and dove in and invested our money into cryptocurrency, and we seeing the returns and the benefits.
I'm learning. I'm using their money to invest. I don't know who money you use.
Right. I'm using their money too. It's interesting that you can, start off with a small investment and then you see that return and then you take it and flip it like you said.
But the biggest thing is to teach the people that, let me say, 20 years ago when I knew that I was cleaning houses on the north side, I would clean houses for people who said, I'm a trader. And I'm like, trader, what's that? So they be listening to people talking about, the descending triangle and I'm like, what is he talking about?
Exactly.
I'm like, just give me my $10 an hour so I get up out of here after cleaning this house. He's like, here. Leave me alone.
Right.
So I guess what I'm trying to tell you is that now that you have a iPhone or a Samsung or what they call them, an Android. You can download these apps. I ain't gonna mention Hood, but I'm gonna say they got Coinbase.
Coinbase Pro.
Whichever. I got a couple of them up here.
E-Trade.
I got
T Ameritrade.
Yeah, I got a couple of them up here. Binance. They have a lot of what they call platforms where you can purchase these coins from.
Right.
And these coins are what? Bitcoin, Ethereum, and what?
You got Bitcoin, Ethereum. Then you got the altcoins like Dogecoin. You got ADA.
That's Cardano.
Cardano.
Okay.
They had a lot of coins you can invest in, but as you get into it, what I'm telling people, who are actually diving into it and seeing their money grow, I let them know, not advising them, but let them know if you want to learn about what you're doing. You know, it's fun at first because you see your money and you see you done put $50 in yesterday, and today that $50 is $57.
Or it could be 37.
Or it could be, right, that's what I'm saying. Or it could be $37.
You know?
But
that's what people are afraid of.
Exactly.
That's why we're here. Because we know that people are afraid to put their money into something that they're not sure that if they're going to make a gain.
Right. And that's the thing too. You want to basically, I don't like, well, cause a lot of people say you want to use money that you don't need or you don't care if you lose.
Yeah.
We all care if we lose money.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You want to lose money that is not a part of your household expenses. You know, something that you need right now. Because I need all my money. And so,
well, we always needed all our money, and that's the thing. We didn't have anywhere to put our money into, and most of it put in our mattress. If we had a little money, you know. I mean, you know, when I was younger, I would put mine in weed. You know, I'd buy me an ounce of weed and sell them joints, and I would make buy a $40 ounce. I sell one joint. I mean,
allegedly,
I make $100.
Allegedly,
but I'm just saying. But the point being is this. I'm saying this for one reason.
Right.
That's how the stocks are. You want to pretty much invest low.
That's exactly how.
And you want to sell high.
Exactly.
That's all the point I was trying to make. I was just like, you know, whatever you. Okay, I used to sell watermelons then.
Right. There
you can say whatever you want. I used to sell turkeys, you know, by the pound. Okay.
But that's it. You buy low and you sell high. Like when he said your money could be $37, and you see your money $37. Okay, you want to wait till that goes back up to your $50, but while it's at that $37, you can take another $20 and put it in, and while that $37 growing, that $20 is going to grow too, and so the $37 is back, but you done made a profit off of the $20.
But let me ask you this, because a lot of people are going to ask this question. You know, am I going to take a loss, or I'm scared? Why? What's the guarantee?
Guarantee? Well. I wouldn't say it's a guarantee. Nothing.
What is it? Well, come on, man. What's going to convince me to go and spend my money into this other money? Because this dollar bill that I have right here, this is good as gold.
Well, that's true.
What makes that true? What makes that true? This is good as gold.
Well, no, it's not good as gold. That's really nothing. But the thing is,
I got this on credit.
This is an investment. But let's say you take one of these. You take your 100.
Okay.
And you put it in your bank account. Okay. I'm gonna take my 100 and I'm gonna put it in these coins.
Okay.
Next month, your 100 is still gonna be $100, whereas my 100 gonna be either 200, 170, because I'm watching mine.
Okay. So, what's the guarantee now again?
Would you tell me what guarantee you're talking about?
Well, I was just asking the dumb question because people are gonna ask that question. Okay. Why am I putting money into this? Because I'm on your side. I'm saying
you invested in yourself.
Okay.
And the guarantee. Well, I can't say it's a guaranteed investment because say like now. It's a good time to get in.
Watch this though. Watch this. This is what I would tell somebody. Ask me the same question.
Okay, so what's the guarantee that my $1,000 is not gonna be lost?
Well, the guarantee is you're doing an investment over a long period of time. It has to go up because everything in life has gone up and not down. So when you invest your money, you want to invest into something for long term. You don't want to invest it to short term because you're not going to really get nothing for nothing.
Yeah.
So let's start off there. So if I know already I'm going to leave this money into this situation for 3 years, in the last 3 years, okay, we know already that milk is never going to come down from the price it was 3 years ago.
Like the crab legs, I just tried to
So we already know what's the guarantee is inflation.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
And this recession that we're about to go into.
Yeah.
And what's the next guarantee is they're printing money. So what happens when you print money and borrow money?
Well, when you print money and borrow, it's not worth anything. So.
Okay, it's not worth anything, number one. What's the second thing that's going to happen when you print money and borrow money? You owe it.
You owe it.
Oh man, that's the biggest thing. You owe that money back. Wait, now the biggest answer is who gonna pay for that money?
You.
You
gonna pay for the money. I mean, this is economics 101 that a lot of us, our people, black people or colored people or whatever adjective we are this year. I call us chocolate people, but dark chocolate, white chocolate, but. We wasn't privy to this information that we are now able to get. We wasn't we didn't have access to the stock market. That's basically what we have access to now on our phone. A lot of people, what we used to do is go through 401k, and they got us to the point where they mandated us to go 401k at the job, and you have to go. They probably still do. When you get on a job, they put you in a 401k, and you have to get out of it yourself, or I forgot what the word is when you say I don't want to be in it no more. Mm-hmm. I mean, although it's a good. It could be a good thing too, but now you managing your own 401k with this cryptocurrency, or even the stock market, because you can go in the stock market too.
Got another question for you.
But that's something else.
But the people, we're coming and introducing this, trying to get our neighborhood people and trying to get the poor people and trying to get the people who really don't have a understanding what's about the turn of the century, because back when they were digging for gold and mining, we weren't able to participate.
Right.
So we were slaves, and we were, just wasn't able to participate.
Yeah.
So now we have access. We've sent our kids to college. We have student loans. We have high interest rates. The gas is so high, but it's trying to transfer to electricity cars, and you can't afford no $70,000, $80,000 car.
And a lot of people not even knowing that cars are about to transfer over.
Everything's about to transfer into electric. And you're going to be lost.
People going to be left
because they're going to
behind.
find you with pollution.
Exactly.
But the point then is this the hookup.
Yeah.
The whole bottom line is, how do we prepare our people to understand that this crisis and the rest of the world is getting into what we call crypto, because the United States dollar is worthless pretty much. I mean, the cut to the throat. I don't want to be playing around with my people, but it's worthless because the value of the dollar.
Right, and being on the side of the person who's like, well, if it works, why everybody trying to get it? Because they don't understand that we're conditioned to believe that it's worth something when it's actually not.
Well, it's worth credit. And it's worth me owing you because I got the dollar. Now I got it through borrowing from you. Mm-hmm. And now I owe interest on it.
Now you owe interest on it. And on interest on something I just went in there and printed.
Yeah.
And said, here you go.
Absolutely.
You want some more? I'm going to go print it and give it to you, but it's not worth anything.
Okay.
And
why is it, the whole understanding, people that, why ain't the dollar worth anything? What are you talking about? I got $100 million and you tell me it ain't worth nothing. So what are you saying?
I'm saying that we've been lied to.
You've been fooled and bamboozled.
We've been deceived and we've been misled. But we can go into the deeper aspect. Basically, the basics is we want to encourage you all to familiarize yourself with cryptocurrencies. And those of you who want to become a part of it and learn how to get started, how would somebody get started? What would you suggest that they do if they
getting started in cryptocurrency? I would say first of all is understand why am I getting into this, and that's the reason, the foundation I was trying to lay of why why give up my dollars to go with a coin. I could buy, I could make a coin.
Right.
I could make a coin called GAT-T coin.
You could.
Or BitBoy Junior coin, and I could go and hustle this coin and make it popular, and then I'm the man.
And that's exactly what they did with Dogecoin and Shiba Inu coin.
That's why. First of all, I would tell the person is know what the white pages are, know what it means to study about if the crypto that you're investing into has a project, and a real life project. I'm talking about something that solves real life problems.
Okay.
Because those are long-standing projects, and those are stable. Those are more stable than the average coin. That's what I would say.
And so what would be considered like a stable coin?
Oh, I'm going with the granddaddy. Bitcoin. I'm going with the first one they put them up. I tell people, it's kind of like, me going with your grandbaby. I'm investing in your grandbaby and get a savings account for his college, but he ain't even went to grammar school yet.
Okay, so even with that, say Bitcoin, like we said, right now Bitcoin is $32,000.
Okay.
And people, man, I don't have $32,000 to.
Well, it's $32,000 per coin, but then per coin breaks down into satoshis. That's why it's so important to get into this now, because what's going to happen is when the central banks get to it, like MasterCard and Citibank and all these other big banks that are getting into crypto and they're grooming and buying behind the scenes, they going to raise up the price. And you ain't going to be no Bitcoin, you're going to be a Satoshi. Satoshi. But that's like a penny. You're going to like, okay, here. We got Satoshis. We don't have Bitcoins for you.
And so that's what actually seems to be happening now. While the price keep dropping so low, which is good because people can get in. But what I was asking is like, say, how much do I need if I want to start? Cause
dude, you got $20. The platform will take you $20, but the hookup is you want to buy now because it's low.
And I've seen when you say low, what you know?
What I mean by low? Well, in 2009, Bitcoin was $1 to $10.
All right, so $10. I could have put $10 in. So if I put
bought a whole Bitcoin.
So if I put $10, give me a Bitcoin. It's 2009.
Right.
Give me a Bitcoin. Here go my $10.
Now it's 2021.
And it's worth $38,000. So that $10 I put in the
it's worth $38,000.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if I would have bought 10 of those Bitcoins,
each one,
spend $100.
Each one,
you know what it would feel like right now.
30. You would have 300,000.
So I'm betting on a person. If you could go and you get you a half a Bitcoin, that's what, $15,000 today, right?
But even with that, well, I don't have $15,000 to get a Bitcoin.
Well, use $200. Get $200.
So you're basically saying whatever you got,
you want to invest into this asset for what? For what reason? Because of the return that it's given in the past.
Right, and that's so you're saying, okay, I only got $40. I'm gonna put 20 on this Bitcoin.
Right. Well, that 20 will definitely in 3 years to 4 years will turn itself over.
And so I basically keep on investing.
Well, I would, because you want to cost average everything.
Exactly.
So when it comes down, you don't get wiped out all at one time. Right. So you want to cost average yourself in. So there's nothing wrong with putting 20 here, 100 here. If you have a 200 here, then you come back to 20 here.
Right. And so I'm just trying to,
absolutely.
Those was the questions I had in the past, which prevented me from investing in cryptocurrency because I wasn't seeing. Well, that's $10,000. And then I learned through diligence and seeking and wanting to understand and praying, asking God for understanding on what I'm doing, how to invest in cryptocurrency. And I'm like, okay.
And safely.
And because I used to gamble.
So
this is what I'm saying.
Okay.
It reminded me of the casino. And when I started seeing, okay, I got the house money now.
Well, that's only if you're leveraging.
Well, not. I'm just saying it reminded me of it. Which made it.
But I'm just trying to introduce leveraging to them.
Yeah.
I know you know. Well, but leveraging is more like, to me, the casino, because now if you go in there with $10, they'll front you $100, and now you can play with $100, but you will lose it faster and you can lose all your pot. But if you don't leverage and just go on the platform, you can put your $100 in. You always have your shares, whether if it goes up or down.
Right.
So it's just yours, and then you can just wait for it to come back up.
Well, even like now, I got friends who was calling me because they're friends who just put money in to cryptocurrency. They invested. One friend of mine, she put $5,000. Another brother, he put.
You want some water?
Oh yeah, you can give me some water.
Okay.
Another brother, he put his $150. Then he put another $100. But the problem is, they weren't diligent about learning what's actually happening with their investment. Because it's your investment. You put $100 in, you could just walk away from 4 months, but you want to check on your investment to see what it's doing. You come back in 4 months and now you got $1,000. That'll be good, but you could also have $10 because you don't know what has happened. But if you check on it and you start learning what's going on in the crypto game, and that's why I say 401k really mess people up, because you put your money in 401k, a lot of people don't even check that. They don't know that they.
Well, you have to check whatever your investments are. I mean, that's kind of like people, not checking on my kids.
But people don't.
They check on their savings account, which they're not getting any interest. Which every day they'll go, I'm going to check out my savings account.
Sit there and don't do a thing. That's what I'm saying. You put $500 in your savings account today, if you don't add nothing else to it, it more likely gonna be less than $500 because they charge dormancy fees. If you haven't touched that savings account, they take money out because you haven't done anything.
So let me ask you, got a quick question to you. What pulled you to want to start talking about crypto, and what have you learned so far to share with the people, some of your friends, what have you learned, and why you want to come out here and tell these people about crypto?
Man, because I saw you for one, and it was a compilation of things. For one, in 2017, somebody tried to get me to get a Bitcoin. Or get involved in cryptocurrency, and I'm like, no. And then I started seeing it on television years later, actually this year. And then I started knowing, I'm like, man, if I would have got involved in that in 2017, I would have a nice little nest egg set up. So I said, I'm not gonna miss this opportunity again. But then I procrastinated, and then here you come with your videos talking about, man, you all need to get in this cryptocurrency.
Dude, I got in because my son, he's 38, I'm 58, and I'm like, dude, I don't know nothing about this
but
crypto.
What I'm saying, I saw you, I'm like, okay, that's Wilroy. I know him. Let me call him up. And then so I was watching your videos, and then I went and I downloaded the Hood app, and you told me, man, don't trust that.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
But I used that.
And it's steal from the rich and give to the poor.
But this is what I did. I thank God. I used that. I put $700. I was like, all right, I'm gonna take this $700. So I downloaded the app. I threw $700 on some coins. Didn't know what I was doing. But what I saw was videos. I started watching videos, and as I watched the videos, I learned about basically not letting my money fall too low. So I was making mistakes in the beginning.
So you learned about stop loss.
Stop loss and yeah, because
limit buy.
When I put the $700 and it turned to $698, I'm like, oh man, where my $2 go? Because then it turned to $695. I'm like, hold on, I pull my money back out because I'm learning, which is something you shouldn't do. But then I watched some more videos. I learned. I talked to Wilroy, and then I said, okay, I know what I'm doing now. So then I put it back in. And long story short, it grew $300 from what I was doing because, as I said, it reminded me of the casino. Mm-hmm. So when that $695 went up to $715, I took the profit out and put that on another coin because that's house money, and it that's what really got me excited.
Well, the biggest thing I tell people in crypto is don't get crushed because you will get smashed.
Yeah, you will.
If you don't know what you're doing. Yeah. So again, I'm not discouraging you. I'm telling you to get into crypto and learn about what you're doing so you can safely be into this because it's going to be in your life. If you have grandbabies, your grandbabies will be growing up with the blockchain. I guarantee you.
Now, what's the blockchain?
Oh my God! You want me to give them a
well, you're using
the
terminology.
So watch this. So the blockchain, you're going to hear a lot about the blockchain. The blockchain, if I wish to put it in layman's terms, the blockchain is the world. The blockchain is the new internet. You could connect things to the blockchain and make smart contracts, and these smart contracts can make real life positions. Like I could connect a smart contract if I wanted to sell you my camera. I could connect a smart contract. If you ever sold it to somebody else, I get a percentage off of that.
Wow.
Because that camera is now a smart contract for you, and that's what they're calling them NFTs. You'll hear about NFTs. You're gonna hear about NFTs. You're gonna hear about smart contracts. You're gonna hear about the blockchain.
And all these terminologies are going on in our everyday life because I hear them every day. Yeah. But a lot of you all may hear them and not even pay attention to them.
Or you may not even be hearing them because you may not even know what it is. I mean, like I said,
I hear them with the NFTs as I'm watching, the sports channel.
What does NFT stand for?
I forgot what that is.
It's a non-fungible token. So, but the hookup is educating yourself, learning about deep.
Like what?
The blockchain. Learning about. I was about to get into my GAT mode. Okay. Learning about detox.
Yeah, this ain't the detox video.
No, this is Bitcoin Junior here.
Yeah.
On GAT platform,
right.
But learning about the blockchain, because I tell people if you send your kids to blockchain school now, you start grooming your grandbabies and your children to go and get them a certificate in the blockchain, learning how to build on the blockchain, because what's going to happen is this. The reason the blockchain will be so important is because crypto is going to be so important. That's going to be your currency.
Yeah.
Now,